Gotta get the bag. Ain't no need to lag, Yeah, gotta chase the bag, ain't no need to lag.
What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, live on Twitter and YouTube today. So if you are seeing this on Twitter, I am live every single day at 11:30 on YouTube, only live on Twitter every couple days or so. I like to go live on Twitter so I can grab you guys, pull you over to YouTube, get used to coming on over to YouTube, subscribe, like it, get the notifications so you can watch the videos on YouTube on top of being live on Twitter or whatever. Let's see at the top here. Reminder for a bit, Monday through Friday is the podcast. No longer on the weekends. Got a lot of just a lot of stuff going on, life and kids, everything like that. Double reminder, I've got a doctor's appointment on Monday. Finally getting the hip looked at, orthopedic, appointment or whatever. That's at 10. I highly doubt I'm home by 11:30. I'm sure I'm doing like x-rays and stuff like that. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at LiveJoeBets. I think I got a little banner here. I'll point to it. Make it easy on you. Where's the button? There you go. There we go. Right there. At LiveJoeBets on Twitter. So I can tweet about it. I'm on my way home. Be live in 30 minutes, something like that. I'm sure I'll be sitting around in the waiting room. You know how it goes. I'll be able to have some plays put together and everything for you guys. So nothing this weekend. Actually, that's not true. Boys of Spring podcast for the UFL, the United Football League, the XFL, and the USFL Conference Championships are Saturday and Sunday. Me and my boy Ty, the college guy, will be live tomorrow to break down those two games over the weekend that we have for football in the UFL. We are just 2 weeks away from that league ending to crowning the champion. So me and Ty will be live on the Boys of Spring podcast tomorrow, but no Lunchtime in the Lab podcast. And then a delay on Mondays. Anyway, get that out of the way. Marcus, those two have been doing good. We've hit 3 of them in a row now. So been working out. Let's see. Where's been doing good. Been doing good. You got that builder in the NBA to go. Fuck, where's this button at that I'm looking for right now? Here it is. Okay. All right. So this morning, went for a run. Ended up going longer than I thought. Ran like 4.5 miles. Didn't have a whole lot of time to research. To be completely honest for you. I got 3 plays. I'll finish doing my research in front of you guys. If anybody has anything that you like for the MLB today, or shoot, any sport, I mean, we can certainly talk about it. Drew Holiday scored 5 points in the first like 4 minutes and then didn't score again until like the third. And then we were sweating that second point. It got a little scary, that's for sure. Anyhow, I'm gonna share my screen here and we'll do it kind of like we did the other day. Here goes. Okay. Well, there's my Twitter. All right. So man, I've I guess the word's complained. I've complained about this, in the past. I like some of these pitcher props today, but I like Joe Ryan. I like Bailey Fott. I like Joe Ryan, but I mean we're minus 180, and all these guys on DraftKings they're like minus 200, minus 240. Joe Ryan is. I mean, it's to the point that it's unplayable. Like they drop overnight at like minus 120, minus 130. By time now or the morning comes around, it's just some crazy stuff. I don't like to bet overnight. Even in the Discord, I'm not going to give a play out at midnight, 1 a.m, and by the time people wake up to get it, it's already moved. I'm not going to do that stuff. It's just frustrating that there's so much movement on these plays right now. Like Michael Lawrenson has been just killing it, for the Rangers. Like he's constantly over. I seen that boost probably today. I don't love a lot of WNBA. MLB. So I might go like WNBA and like Canadian football today, and then we'll see what I play like MLB wise. But yeah, I'll probably do a builder for that with that WNBA boost today. And then MLB has a boost that I think will be beneficial for us to use for the home run lottos. There's 2 games I want to target, so we'll just pick 2 of them out of 1 game. Anyhow, though, like there's let's see. Michael Lawrence in here. They updated Outlier updated their like site here, and like you have to like now search for players like differently. I don't like it. But I mean, it's another spot here where yeah, there you go. Do the Elks have been like the worst team like in the league? I haven't actually like looked or like tried to break that game down yet. So I don't know, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, I didn't. There's a decent amount going on. I've spent my morning running, and then I'm kind of just overly behind on everything else now, it seems. But this is Michael Lawrenson. This is his numbers at home, over 17.5 on the year. He's over this in every game but 1. So obviously, like this is going to be an insanely popular play. It always is. That's the trouble you run into with some of this stuff. But I mean, like this dude has been constantly killing it. If we look at the Rangers bullpen, pretty healthy actually. So like I like to kind of target guys that have had like their bullpen's kind of rough. So like maybe that might not even be a spot where, it might not be a bad fade. Yeah, TJ, I remember that long streak. Like you just fade them at home all the time. So anyway, I really like Lawrenson, but you're looking at minus. I mean, minus 148 isn't the end of the world. And then like on DraftKings, I think he was worse. But I prefer to play those juice plays on DraftKings because you could pick your pitchers to not win, and you can't play that on FanDuel. So like I always felt like that's kind of like a beneficial way to do it. Minus 170. I don't know. I mean, as you see on DraftKings here, these are the plays that I've come up with. These are the plays I think I'm going to run. They're more realistic plays. I certainly have had success with here. I don't want to like lose this and forget. Let me see. I'm gonna screenshot this real fast so I don't forget the plays. Delete this. But I mean, say you added Michael Lawrence and over 170 over 17.5 outs, and then you go with like Jake Irving to not win. Going against the Braves, Chris Sale, you would think would hold them down as well. So there's a lot of ways to, fight that off or whatever. You can get them for minus 116 if you did it this way as a way to just like kind of get around like that juice or whatever, if that makes sense. Even I think this Yankees-Dodgers game is going to be really good too. What else? Like you could take Austin Gomber to not get a win potentially, but Lance Lynn really isn't that good. Griffin Canning to not get a win. I believe that guy's had some struggles, and he has pitched a little bit better recently, just as like a juice reducer type thing. Yeah, minus 350, so it's even better. So I mean, I don't know though. It's so hard. Like right now, it's so difficult. Like I told myself, and I think I said it to you guys yesterday. Like this is the time of the year where I have to be careful, and it's my own fault for being able to handicap multiple sports, or at least trying to. You got Chuck mentioned college baseball, is good today. There's, college baseball on the board here where, we got 4 or 5 teams going against each other today, Virginia and, Florida State, you mentioned. I'm sure those are probably both pretty too good. Those are 2 good, teams to back or whatever. Like I've said before, my job is to be, is to win, and whatever I'm betting on certainly doesn't matter. But these are days where I get myself in trouble trying to bet on MLB. Then there's college baseball I could bet on. And then there's WNBA that's on tonight for a boost. Then there's the Canadian Football League that's on tonight. There's the UFL that's on tomorrow. And then it just gets to the point where it's like almost too much, So that's where it's like when you see these plays that I'm looking at on FanDuel, the minus 184 for Joe Ryan, the minus 180 for Fott, Lawrence and even minus 140, minus 170 on DraftKings. Like sometimes it's like, man, like am I forcing it? You know, it is a little bit of a fear. You certainly don't want to like force it. When there's other opportunities, like, you know, do I want to put a full unit on Michael Lawrence over 17 and a half outs and, you know, Jake Irving to not get a win for minus 116, or maybe I can put together a better play, save that unit for WNBA or something like that, you know? So it's, there's just some days where less is more kind of thing. And, you know, and this is a way that this right here, what I have pulled up is absolutely a play. But it's just like, are there better plays in other sports or whatever, you know? So like, it's just, that's why in baseball too, like sometimes it's nice if there's just one game on in a day, 2 games on. I mean, you know, I could certainly find a way to, you know, there's just, when there's like a 15 game slate or whatever it is. I don't know why I clicked on that. When there's like a 15 game slate, there's just so much, you know? And then, yeah, Trent Lawrenson and Sales K's over. Sales K's are like set 1 or 2 even lower than it should be to begin with. So an alternate line isn't bad. So anyway, it's continue to see like just the, you know, the quote unquote struggles there are to, you know, just trying to fine tune down to, you know, 1 or 2 plays or something like that, you know, where, like I said, I mean, it's insane to see that Joe Ryan over 17 and a half is minus 240, you know, but you look at the bullpen, they used 4 guys yesterday, 3 before that, you know, this Josh Stamont or whatever probably can't pitch. He's gone 2 in a row. Diego can go, you know, they still got some guys. Duran's their closer, I believe, but, you know, that's another reason for his outs being, you know, probably better, but, it's just minus 240 for like just like Jack Flaherty the other day over 17 and a half. Dude had hit it just like looking at Michael Lawrence, and Jack Flaherty's graph looked just like this, and you had to play the juice on it. And the dude went 5 innings, 60 innings pitched, and they pulled him. And I think they said there was an injury, and I don't think I ever seen anything else on it about him being, you know, injured or hurt or anything like that. So that's a hell of a lot of juice to play for a prop that like the guy's got to pitch 6 full innings and not give up runs, where you could have a walk and a home run, a liner can come back. There's so many outside factors. Playing that heavy a juice is just like insane, to be honest. So I feel like I've talked already, and I honestly, you guys are here to for me, it even just helps with my brain, you know, like my wife gets tired of hearing me talk. It doesn't really even listen. Like there's times I'm just talking to her and I know for sure she's not even you know, she's not paying attention, but it's not her fault, you know. I mean, it's Chuck mentioned FSU and Virginia. I'm not going to say your name, but I've been off of it. I was up 30 units in the regular season, fell apart in tournaments in the World Series. Haven't been able to have any success on it. So both of them should have an advantage. I don't know who's pitching, anything like that, but that's probably the way I would go. Okay. Let me look here. I still don't think I have an early up. It's been coming out really late or not at all. We do have this 200 odd surge on a home run hitter straight. I don't think it's bad to use, but all right. So first off, if there's an early up promo or even not at all, I am just so partial to taking the Royals for whatever reason. I think the Royals money line is a good look. Let's see. We can get rid of Twitter. We don't need to have that up. So you go to MLB.com here. You can go over to hitters. You know, you can look at by split, home games. Let's see. Batting average. So the Royals at home have the best batting averages in the league at a .275. You look at runs. They've scored 175 runs at home, one behind the Phillies, who we know are fantastic at home. So the Royals are theoretically one of the best teams at home. They're scoring the second most runs at home. You can't really pay attention to home runs because they do have a pretty big field, so you don't see a lot of home runs there. They've got the highest average and the fourth highest on base percentage. If we look at away, I don't know what it looks like. Let's see what the Mariners are talking about. Average. Let's go down. Look at that. Away. The Mariners have the third lowest batting average away. It looks like they are scoring a decent amount of runs here, though. 122. The seventh least runs. So, I mean, just right out of the gate, guys, you got a team that plays much better at home and a team that does not play as well away. If we want to look and see, for some reason, you can't search away. It's only year to date. So let's just go back up to none. Let's go to the last 7 days. Let's see who's scoring the most runs, between the two. The Mariners, 15th. The Royals look like they've cooled down a little bit, 16th. Batting average wise, Mariners down here, the 6th worst batting average in the last 7 days. The Royals, 12th best, so maybe they just weren't converting. Maybe they weren't hitting some of these runners in scoring position, everything like that. So I think Royals money line is a good look. If you look at like pitcher wise, I kind of like doing this sometimes too, because it just got kind of gives insight to like my thought process or whatever, Bryce Miller away has a 4.76 ERA. He's 1-3. So he doesn't pitch as good away as home. I know Lynch is kind of whatever, but against the Yankees, he gave up 5. Against Baltimore, he gave up 5. So in his last against Houston, he gave up 4. In his last 3 starts, he's given up 14 earned runs away. 5, 5, and 4. So I mean, he's certainly been getting torn up. If you look at Daniel Lynch, I mean, at home, he pitched 5 innings to the Rangers, only 2 innings to the Angels. I don't know this guy's story. He went 5 to Minnesota, gave up 3 away. So, I mean, he's only going to probably go a little bit, treat him as a little bit of like maybe not like an opener, but like a long reliever in the middle. I don't know if he's a converted reliever to starter. They did use a decent amount of bullpen action yesterday, though. So they're going to want this guy to probably go a little bit deeper. Seattle, they don't have as many bullpen pitchers. So anyway, I like the Royals money line for the first play here. Early up, if you're not restricted or anything, would be the play here if you got it. Let's see. Logan Allen on his pitcher props. Outs over 15.5. He's actually minus 138 on FanDuel. You can get him at DraftKings minus 120. So we'll definitely want to take him on DraftKings here. Both of them are playable though. So over 15.5. If we go to Outlier or props.cash, Pine Sports is free. Any of these places all show the same information. I have Outlier for free at this moment. Pine Sports is free. I do like Outlier though. Let's see. Go to his outs here. We get a little bit of a discount because he did just have a really bad game against the Rockies. So I don't know what his line has been, but I mean, he gave up like 9 runs in the first inning to the Rockies or something like that. Something crazy. We can look at away games this year. Outside of that, he was going strong. Pitching into the 6th inning, getting pulled in the 6th, getting 2 or 3 in the 6th inning. So he's over this in 4 or 5. If you take out that outlier where he just got absolutely killed, he'd be over in 4 of 6, which is obviously a much better look. This year, you can see he's over in 7 of 12. So he's going against a team here against who is he going against here? Yeah, that's right. Okay, the Marlins. So if we go back to let's look real fast and see how Cleveland's bullpen is. Okay. They use 1, 2, 3, 4. They actually use 5 arms. Name of the other one? Which one, Sean? What you talking about? The free one is Pine Sports, if that's what you're asking about. Looks like this. And you got to like log in, obviously, but it's got all the same information and stuff like that. Here, let me see. I don't know. Then you go to like search and analyze and go to MLB. It's a little bit slower, but it's not terrible. So we type in Logan Allen. The only downside is that you have to know what you're looking for. Oh, damn it. You have to know what you're looking for before you get in there. Oh, they don't even have it up anything for him right now. Sometimes it's just slow, but I mean, what's kind of nice on here is they have like consistency sheets. So you can go on here and see that, like, all right, like these are like 90% hit rates in this game. I'm not going to go through all of it, but it's a pretty good site. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. They've used 5 arms in the bullpen, so that's just another reason to think that he's going to go a little bit deeper. So good look for Logan Allen there. Most importantly, though, let's go to MLB.com again for these stats. When I saved it, it's on pitcher. We'll go to hitting, and let's go to walks. The Yankees have walked the most because they're afraid of them, but all the way at the bottom, we got the Miami Marlins. 134 walks. They take the least amount of walks in the league. Walks mean high pitch counts. They're swinging, not necessarily missing. You know, they got 481 strikeouts. That's good. I mean, the 7th least strikeouts in the league. They walk the least amount in the league. So what that means is that they do not see a lot of pitches. These guys swing, and it either, you know, they ground out, they pop out, or they get a single, whatever. That's what we want. We want balls to be put into contact. That's the only way you're going to get these 5 to 10 pitch innings, is a 1-pitch ground out to the first baseman. Shoot, a 1-pitch single can turn into a 2-pitch double play, and then it's 3 pitches for 2 outs. You know what I'm saying? So we want them to put the ball in play. They don't walk a lot. They don't strike out a lot. That means that they swing early in the count, which is great for somebody when we're going after pitcher outs. When you look at, you know, even the amount of pitches he's thrown. And then very lastly, to that point, he only threw 59 pitches in this game where he only went 5 innings. So this dude is fresh, not to the point of that he hasn't pitched in a while. He's just fresh because he didn't pitch for very long. 59 pitches in 5 outs, guys. Like he didn't even get out of the second inning. But I mean, you've seen him go 99, 89, 87. You know, he's had, you know, some good 90s. You know, he was at 82 and he didn't come out in this game, but it was the first game of the year. He was at 91 and didn't go 14, but he was in 91 in the 5th inning. That's not going to work. We need our boy to be at about 80 pitches as he goes into the 6th inning, and then he needs to get 1 out into the 6th inning, and we're going to cash. I feel fantastic about this bet. If I get the early up promo, I'll more than likely run the Royals. And then Logan Allen would more than likely be this the type of play. I can walk around the reasoning for all of this. You can see it. Honestly, when I came into this, like I said, like I put a different shirt on. I haven't showered. I just got back from the run. I barely put that thumbnail together. I came up with the plays that I thought I liked, and I just justified them in front of you. And I have a lot of reasons why I think this play should hit. If it misses, that's life. But I feel like we have a good advantage and a good odds at -120 to get after this one here. And then the next one, the last one here, then we can talk some home runs real quick for those of you that are still sticking around with me. Appreciate you guys, in here watching. I like to do these versions where I kind of just research with you guys. Trent, good. So it's there. Oh, last night. Yeah, I did notice that. I like to do these videos every once in a while where I kind of just research with you guys. Cause I'm not a gatekeeper of information. I used to be a manager. I was a manager at Dick's Sporting Goods. I was a manager at when I left there, Michael's, the craft store, small scam. I went from selling guns and ammo to glitter and googly eyes. I went and managed a car lot. Then I went and managed a car repair facility or whatever. But the way I've always managed and led was not with an iron fist or nothing like that. You know, it was I taught the people below me my job. You know what I'm saying? I never withheld information. There wasn't oh, I'm the boss, I should be the only one to know that. I made sure that my leaders could do my job and run the store if I wasn't there or they were an extension of me or whatever. So that's kind of where this goes into. I like to teach, and it's okay that you guys can pick up on these little things. Maybe it makes me less valuable. I don't care. But it is nice to kind of show some of this stuff, So that being said, though, make sure if you're watching right now and you haven't liked the video, help me out and like the video. and subscribe to me, everything like that. If you are on Twitter still, I'm live on YouTube every single day, but I'm not live on Twitter every single day. So if you're only watching on Twitter, you are in fact missing out. All right, so don't let let's see what I got here. I got a Vikings hat right here. I got this is my logo. It's green screened, it's because it's like a little yellow green. Well, yellow, so it's messed up. That's a yellow and purple hat. And then I got this hat. This is a White Sox hat. Don't let this next play confuse you, right? This is no homer play. The White Sox are the worst team in the league. All right. Speaking of logos, I mean, I realistically could release the merch store today. I've just been nervous about doing it, to be honest. I don't know why. I even sent the link to TJ in the chat here. He said that he thought the pricing was good and they looked good. I'm just still nervous. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. Garrett Crochet, over 16.5 outs, minus 120. What am I doing? What am I doing? So I want to see something though here real quick, and it's not going to like take me away from anything, but I do feel like the Red Sox are probably playing pretty well. I mean, they just killed the White Sox yesterday. Yeah, I mean, the Red Sox have the best batting average in the last 7 days. Ooh, they're killing it, man. Look at them. I talk about how bad I think the Red Sox are all the time. They're actually scoring the third most runs. This might be scary, but on the reverse side, you have to kind of have a little bit of like amnesia when you're betting on baseball. Just because it's the White Sox as a, as a bad, hitting team. Honestly, the White Sox are like they could go down in history as like the worst team. They're certainly the worst White Sox team that's ever like existed at this point. Look, the Red Sox are very hot and cold. There's a very good chance they could come out, but the White Sox have been a little scrappy too. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I knew the series from the White Sox and the Cubs was gonna be sorry, group chat. Reading the group chat. But I knew it was gonna be a pretty close game just because the way they play and everything. TJ, what'd you say here? For sure, grabbing some stuff when you open it. I meant to ask what you think of it. Yeah, what do I think about? So they're calling it the winter thing because like Minnesota is cold and there's a lot of snow. Like, I've never been there. I always go to the summer because I would be afraid to drive up there in the snow. Honestly, like, I drive in the snow in Indiana, like a foot of snow or something, but like Minnesota gets like feet, like a lot, So the game's in December, I think. Shoot, I don't know if it's Christmas Day. So it's gonna be like during the winter. It's a winter whiteout or something like that. Yeah, Chuck. Look, I like them. I personally do. I mean, I would fall in love with a white, that all white alternate and like a Justin Jefferson logo on or a signature on it. Dude, I would die like if my wife like somehow got for me or something. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I think they're pretty awesome jerseys. Here, let me. We don't need. Well, shit. Okay. Twitter. Actually, just Google probably, right? For those of you that didn't see him, oh, this is my boy right here. Oh, wait, yeah, that's my boy right there, Harrison Smith. I love him. See, like, it's not a very good picture, but like Justin Jefferson did a little like commercial with them and stuff. They're pretty dope. I bet they'll probably sell them. I might have to cop one. Get a JJ McCarthy, somebody that we know is not going to leave anytime soon. Anyway, yeah, drop the merch. Going to support you. Appreciate you, Sean. Like I said, my fear right now is just like, what if like I told my wife, like, I almost feel like I want to buy one of everything. So when it comes in, I make sure that it looks good. Cause like if one of you guys were to purchase it for the first time and it looks like shit, like I don't know that. I just have the logo. It looks fine. Like, I'm not the one that's making it. I don't see how it looks when it goes out or nothing. It's through a third-party website. I literally just put the logos on the screen, put the descriptions, did this and that, the colors, and then like that's it. They handle the rest of it. So like my fear is like, what if it sucks? And then like, of course, I'm going to feel bad, and then I have to be the one to be like, oh, like somebody DMs me and be like, this looks terrible. like this, that it's blurry or something like that, and I don't know any better. You know what I'm saying? So part of me wants to order one of everything, which is probably going to end up being like pretty expensive because I have a lot of options. Just wanted to kind of have options for you guys or whatever. But so that's what I'm still deciding on, is I'm being self-conscious and, wanting it to not go bad, basically. All right. Anyway, real quick, we've been talking here for a while, and then Sean, we can look at home run. If you're still here, we'll look at home run hitters. Very quickly though, let's if this from this red line over, yeah. So these 4 red lines, let's pretend that these don't exist. Okay. I mean, I could go last 5, but it gets rid of one of the greens, and I don't want to do that. May 5th against St. Louis, all the way down here to the Brewers game. In May, this guy was absolutely fantastic. Garrett Crochet could have been probably the best pitcher in the league in May. The guy's incredibly hot right now, and at one point, does he cool down? It could be against the Red Sox that are currently hitting well. Where's that? Garrett Crochet splits. In May, he was 4-1 with a .93 ERA and a .72 WHIP. He gave up just 3 runs in 5 starts. Fantastic. You know what I'm saying? So he got tuned up. Not even tuned up. It was a 2-0 win. Let's see, was his pitch count high? He was at 89 pitches when he got through the 5th inning. They probably thought it was too high, so they pulled him out. You can see he went 85 pitches through 6 innings. He was dealing in that game. He went 103 last time, 91, 97, 88. So as long as we could get him around 80 pitches going into the 6th inning, we're probably going to be pretty good. Hard hitting, hard throwing lefties. Let's look here real quick. Year to date, let's go to versus a lefty. On the year, how did the Red Sox hit lefties? 14th best batting average. So not fantastic. Certainly the top half, but I mean, barely, Good spot. Good spot. So that's what we're going to do, guys. Those are the 3 plays. The Royals plus 110. If you got the early up promo and it makes sense, if you're not limited, anything like that, I would recommend the Kansas City Royals. For the early up promo, Logan Allen over 15.5 outs, and then Garrett Crochet over 16.5 outs. Boy, I tell you what, maybe it's because we just researched this together, but tell me all these plays don't just make a ton of sense. Of course I can feel great. Right away, this is what always gets me. I just that's a 3-0 day. I want to drop them all in the Discord. I don't know if I will or not. That's a good day, let's see. First games would start at 7:10, 8:10, 8:10. Yeah. So I wish one of them was earlier so I can kind of see how the day's going, so I don't have to give 3 plays out at once if I did decide to do this. But okay. Anyway, home run parlay real fast, real fast because I'm starving right now. There's 2 games I want to target right now. Sean, I don't know if you're still in here or not. Sean asked about the honest opinion. What's the best way to choose home run hitters? Honestly, at some points, I don't wonder if it's easier just to hand the phone to my wife and let her pick the names she thinks are the best, or write some names down on a piece of paper and throw a dart at it. You got to give yourself your best opportunity or whatever. So looking at the Reds and the Cubs game here, you got a plus 29% increase in home run chance due to the wind blowing out. The Red Stadium's smallest in the league. 29% increase in home runs due to the wind. And really, you got just one little squiggly line. That means it's not that windy, but the wind is blowing out. So we do have a good chance. And the Reds are just hitting the ball really well. I hit on Ellie De La Cruz in the parlay yesterday. Unfortunately, nobody else did anything. I would think that the White Sox blowing out, although it's a little difficult because then you want to, both pitchers are pretty solid, so I'm not in love with it. I mentioned there being a promo for a same game parlay, and I think we need to pick 2 Yankees. We got Yankees and Dodgers going against each other. The Yankees Stadium, for those of you unfamiliar, they have a normal size field outside of right field. They have a short porch in right field. What that means is they have it's not a very tall wall, and it's shorter in right field, which means lefty hitters are going to benefit very well at Yankee Stadium, and we have wind blowing to right field. A lefty hitter is going to pull the ball into right field, so a home run's going to go in the right field. So it just makes sense. Trent, yeah, the overruns in that game looks good. Outside of Lodolo's been okay holding it down. Cubs can be a little bit back and forth. Justin Steele, I think, is pitched well under what it was expected. So you never know in terms of how the pitcher duel is going to go. But anyhow, okay, so let's get rid of this junk. Immediately in this game, I want to go back to the Reds because the Reds have been hitting so well. Spencer Steer. But Spencer Steer hits lefties pretty dang well. And then we have the wind blowing out, so I think it's a pretty good opportunity for Steer to get us some action here. Yeah, Steele has not been pitching, but like he could turn it around, kind of thing. That's what I mean. So anyway, I really like Spencer Steer, just based off of like he's like elite against a left-handed pitcher. Like he hits lefties pretty well. So I feel good about the home run, chance for him there. We got some pretty good odds on it too, which will be helpful because obviously Dodgers and Yankees, those odds are gonna suck. Where's that game at? Right here. Okay, so I want to take two players from here. Shohei Ohtani is actually a plus 180 on DraftKings, but it's probably because they have that plus 200 boost. We need lefties. Soto must have been big hurt, huh? Because he's not even listed right now. So Soto must not even be playing. It doesn't have to be lefties, but with the hitting environment that we have, it just certainly makes sense to have at least one lefty. And I think there's only one lefty on the Dodgers that makes, when you think of you need a power hitter on the Dodgers, that's a lefty. Freddie Freeman hit a home run yesterday, I think. So that means Ohtani needs to be our guy. Yeah, Jared, I had Soto on ours as well. So here's the question then for you, gang. I want to use this as the same game parlay so we can use the 30% boost. So do you guys want to run another person in the Yankees and Dodgers, or do we want to run? We can't. You like Ellie back to back, TJ? I'll put Steer down. Oh, you can see it. I forgot you guys can see it. So here's my question. Do we want to run two in the Yankees and the Dodgers, or do we want to run two in the Cubs and the Reds? Got a Teo vote. I'll tell you, I probably don't love many Yankees because Yamamoto has been pretty decent. A lot of Dodgers. Like I said, I do feel Ohtani's the best look there because of a lefty, short porch in right field, the wind's blowing out to right field. I mean, both the Cubs and the Reds are just hitting the hell out of the ball right now. TJ, Ellie De La Cruz hit a home run yesterday for us. So let's I haven't looked at this. Yeah. So it's like, does he continue? Steals me up a bombs, but he normally doesn't. So does he continue or to give up bombs, or does that go away? So nothing exciting in this one, it looks like. Let's see. All right, yeah, this Cody. I don't even know who this guy is, but he's like 2-0, I think. Where we at? Justin Steele. Jonathan India's hit a home run. Tyler Stevenson's hit a home run against them. Ellie's 0-6, Trent, against Justin Steele. Look, that doesn't always mean anything, but Spencer Steer's got 5 hits against him. That makes me love that even more. I didn't even see that. So Spencer Steer's got a triple, a double, 5 hits, bats 500 against him. What's his total bases? Plus 100? Ooh, that seems like some good value, doesn't it? Let's get off on a tangent real fast. Let's get sidetracked. So at home, he certainly hasn't been hitting very well. 11 of 17 away this year. Yeah, Jared, I do that. I did that last time, actually, when we ran just a 2-leg. Interesting. Versus left-handed pitcher. Man, Spencer Steer's total bases might not be a bad play. I mean, he's got 3, 4, and 4 versus a lefty. Are those home runs? No, it wasn't. So those are like multiple hit games. Man, I think I just found something. Spencer Steer, 3 straight games against a lefty. He's been over his total bases, 4 out of his last 5. And against Justin Steele, he bats .615. Apparently. But on here it says .556. So whatever. But he's got 5 hits, 2 doubles, and a triple against them. That's a good. Like I'm gonna bet that. Okay. What else was I doing? Nick Lodolo. Cody Bellinger's got 2 hits on him, 2 for 3. Cody does that. Cody's got that weird lefty-lefty matchup. I mean, putting Bellinger on there might not be bad. I don't think Bellinger's hit a home run in a minute. Is he still doing that? Has he still got the lefty-lefty thing going on? Dude was a beast versus left-handed pitchers last year. Well, I mean, you don't see as many, but I mean, he's definitely hitting more home runs versus. Of his 8 home runs, only 7 of them have been against a right-handed pitcher. But obviously, he's seen 3 times the amount. Honestly, I don't really love anything else. Like, we can just do. Damn, they're not going to let you do it on here? Sometimes they do. Damn. They're not letting us do the. A lot of times you can pick the same person and get a hit. Fuck, guys. I don't know. I feel like we got a good 2-leg right here. I mean, we could just go with like. No fucking way. Are you serious? Since when? They can't even let you like they're like big time trying to take that away. They won't even let you put a half a run on here anymore now. That loses you money. All right. Like I said, we normally spend entirely too much time on the home run lottos, and for them to like obviously we don't hit them. Does anybody, even if we get into another game, does anybody have any, just somebody that you think you love, and then we can be done? Unless we go with like Morel. I say we just throw on Morel. He's got four of his 12 home runs have been against lefties. So I mean, that's certainly better. I'm just gonna do that because I'm starting to get hangry. I'm hungry, and we've been on here forever. So all right, that's what's gonna be. So to recap, oh, the Royals line moved a little bit. That's kind of weird. Royals money line: Logan Allen over 15.5 outs, Garrett Crochet over 16.5 outs, and then for the home run lotto with that boost, I don't know what's going to come out to exactly, but add 30% to that. So I was going to do the math, but I'm sure it's not just adding actually 30% to that. But Spencer Steer, Christopher Morel, Shohei Ohtani, plus 5808, and then add the 30% boost if you guys want to use it or save it for something else. Obviously, it's still a good number, that alone, but I did the same game parlay so I could use the boost. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you, hanging out, watching, everything like that. And reminder, I'll be on tomorrow for the UFL podcast with Ty. The Boys of Spring podcast is the same channel. And then I'll be back Monday, but late. And I don't know when, depending on when the doctor's appointment is over. Unless it takes forever and I just don't feel like messing with it anymore. But like I said, make sure you follow me on Twitter and I will let you guys know. And I'll think about dropping the merch at some point. Monday, maybe. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys back maybe tomorrow if you come watch the football show.